My name is Risa Johnson. I'm a reporter for the Chico Enterprise Record and Oroville Mercury-Register, and I have covered the Oroville Dam spillway collapse and its aftermath. So my first day covering the situation was the day after a gaping hole appeared in the spillway on February 7th. So I went out there on February 8th with some other reporters and our photographer, Bill Husa, and saw just how wide it was getting. But at the same time, I think that no one there really grasped the severity of the situation that day. So it really escalated on that Sunday, February 12th, and I was actually out of town coming up from Sacramento, so that night I was trying to get back and it took maybe 3 times as long as it normally does. But I knew that I had to get back to work, so oddly I was heading toward the place where everyone was trying to leave from. So media relations, while it's gotten better, it can still be frustrating. Everything remains to be filtered through a PIO. One example of that is trying to cover Hyatt Power Plant. I tried to set up interviews with people who work there, and that was not granted. It's been tricky to get information. For instance, we put out a Freedom of Information Act request, I think more than one, that has not been filled, and usually those would be filled in probably a couple of weeks, but it's been months and months since the spring. At the same time, this has been a really fun story to cover. Obviously, it's a huge engineering project and an impressive engineering feat, what they've been able to get done by the first. We got to go out to see the site and walk around, and it's incredible. This has also been a really fulfilling story for me to continue to cover because people really care about it. People who live in Oroville and downstream, and also people around the world, have been following this story even to this point. So it just keeps me going to know when I hear back from readers about how they appreciate a story, and knowing that this story affects their lives, and being able to share that information with them has been rewarding for me. Coming up for 2018 is more reconstruction. Right now there's construction going on the emergency spillway, and in the spring they're going to start working on the main spillway. Also, the forensic report, it was first expected in November, but now it is expected in January. So that is by the forensic group, which has been investigating what caused the spillway to collapse in the first place, as well as the emergency spillway to fail. So FERC will decide whether it will allow DWR to continue to operate the dam for up to another 50 years, and there's a lot of opposition to that, including from local politicians, environmental groups, and other advocacy groups. Thanks for reading about it, and you can expect coverage to 2018 and beyond.